The speculation is over. Alpine have confirmed that Pierre Gasly is the man that they have chosen to replace Fernando Alonso, and the Frenchman will partner his compatriot Esteban Ocon from the next season. So with the rumours behind him, we take a look at what the future might have in store for one of the most highly rated drivers on the grid. Often when we think of Pierre Gasly, there's one word that comes to mind: potential. The 26-year-old is competing in his 6th Formula 1 and is a race winner, but there remains a lingering question of just how good he really is. His career sure has been an interesting one, rising up through the ranks of Toro Rosso until he was promoted to the Red Bull seat in the second half of 2019. The promotion would not last long though, as his performances were deemed not good enough, especially in comparison to his teammate Max Verstappen, and Gasly was demoted back down to the junior team for the 2022 season. Gasly has been open on just how much the demotion affected him, saying it changed him, but now believes the Pierre that I am today is better than the Pierre of 3 years ago, but it's worse than the Pierre I will be in 3 years. From his early exit, which was captured on one of the early seasons of Netflix's Drive to Survive, the Frenchman has worked hard to rebuild what remained of his tattered reputation. A race win in Monza was the tip of the iceberg in terms of the performance he put in for AlphaTauri, and now as he prepares to race for a non-Red Bull team for the first time, all eyes are on him to see how well he will fare. It's clear why Gasly was so interested in the Alpine offer. For starters, he would no longer be driving for a junior team, and even better, it's a works team. The appeal of Alpine lies in the fact that they would supply their own engines, meaning they are in charge of 100% of the cars that they create. Get everything right and they can be sure of a winning formula. A look at the results from the last few seasons show the team is also on an upward trajectory. In 2020, and still racing under the name Renault, the team achieved 3 podiums through Daniel Ricciardo, and in 2021, the year of their rebrand, they went one better with Esteban Ocon winning in Hungary. While those seasons showed glimpses of success, 2022 has been a different story and is one of consistency. Despite issues with the car's reliability, the team are currently fighting McLaren for P4 in the constructors' spot, a feat they have not achieved since the 2018 campaign. It is also clear from the words of both CEO Laurent Rossi and team principal Otmar Schaffnauer that Alpine is building for the future and the goal of returning to the top step. We have a long-term project. The objective is to reach a level of competitiveness that places us on the podium as many times as possible in 2024. From today in 5th, you can easily find a roadmap. It's going to be every year a bit better. It's a 100 race project, 4 years, 4 seasons. This is why it represents the perfect opportunity for Gasly. At the age of 26 and with over 100 race starts under his belt, the Frenchman is in the rare position of both being young but also with plenty of experience, something Alpine were looking for in their search for a new driver. He joins Alpine at a time when he is arguably at the peak of his powers. His performance over the last few years have proved his talent, and now he's hoping he has the car beneath him to match it. The one lingering question of Gasly's arrival to Alpine is how he will get on with his new teammate Esteban Ocon. Of all the drivers on the grid, it is perhaps these two that have the longest history. Having both grown up in the French region of Normandy, the two soon found themselves competing together in karting, but having been good friends at one point, the relationship soured. Speaking on the Beyond the Grid podcast in 2018, Gasly recalled that it was a particular incident that led to the breakdown of their relationship. The relationship unfortunately got a lot worse at some point in karting when we started to fight for the World Cup, European Championship and also National Championship, Gasly said. And I really remember one weekend, the World Cup in 2010 in Portugal, that he literally cut the track, one corner, cut in the grass and hit me in the last heat before the pre-final because I was going to start, I think, 2nd or 3rd, and I think he didn't really like it. Even as they both progressed up into the motorsport ladder and into F1, the relationship never repaired, which makes Gasly's move to Alpine all the more fascinating. As speculation built as to whether he would make the move, a spotlight was shone on this strained relationship. But 20 years on from when they first met, both men have matured, and from Gasly there has been an attempt to bury the hatchet. After he had been announced as the new Alpine driver, he was quick to dispel any rumours that he would not see eye to eye with his new racing partner. We are a lot more mature, a lot more responsible, and at the end of the day, we have a common target. We both want to be competitive, we both want to be fighting at the front, and we know to achieve that, we have to work together for the team. I'm quite excited about it, Gasly said. Of course, it is one thing to say this during an interview, but another thing entirely from within the heat of the cockpit. There is no doubt that Alpine have high expectations of Gasly, but what is realistic? In Formula 1, there remains the big three of Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. And while it may be too soon in the Alpine project to disrupt the established order, they should be targeting a comfortable P4. For Gasly, a personal goal would be to become not only a consistent point scorer, but also one that can challenge at the upper end of the grid. Alonso has shown this year that the Alpine car has pace, so provided the 2023 model is an improvement, Gasly should be expected to do the same. With that in mind, it seems a sensible expectation is to dislodge McLaren's Lando Norris from the best of the rest position of P7. To do that, he will need to finish within the top 5 on more than one occasion, and should be targeting a podium or two. That is in the immediate term. In terms of the distant future, Alpine have made it clear that they want to become race winners once again, and will be expecting Gasly to deliver that for them. The career of Pierre Gasly will be one of the most fascinating storylines of the 2023 season. With his disastrous Red Bull tenure still in the back of his mind, the 26-year-old will want to prove he deserves a seat at the top end of the grid, and the multi-year contract he signed gives him the confidence that Alpine believe in him to do it. Thank you for watching, and join us again next time as we discover another topic from the fascinating world of Formula 1. Be sure to like this video, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. But until next time, it's goodbye for now.